So,
And one thing is, anytime anybody ever asks about you to me, um, I always say that you're one of the most vulnerable people, not in a bad way,
yeah.
but in a good way. Because I could remember that day when you walked out of your cubicle and you were sitting under the tree and you broke down, and
Yeah.
that kind of cemented how I feel about you as a friend. Um, and from that day on is when I really started to gravitate towards you. Can you tell us about that day?
Yeah, man. I'm really glad you brought this up. Actually, I didn't plan on talking about this, but it's something that people need to hear. So I came back from I volunteered for a 6-month deployment in the Middle East doing combat support, and halfway through, my mom died of cancer. I knew she was terminal when I left, but I chose to go anyway because it was the right thing to do. And we had one final phone call, lasted about 45 minutes, and I forgave her for everything. And it was very painful and very beautiful at the same time. And I finally I understood people that have lost parents a lot more. It's one thing to read about it, to offer condolences. It's another thing to actually experience it and realize that a chapter of your life is changing. And so I came back from the Middle East, and then I started a new job. And 5 days in, I just had a week that was insane. I was living in an Airbnb because I didn't have an apartment. I was commuting an hour each way. I was sleeping 3 hours a night. And then I'd also done Clever Talks that week. That's when I went on stage. I met Kuhn and Andrew O'Brien and Omari and all these people. It was just a lot of overwhelm. And then I was severely sleep deprived. And there was a guy, one of the recruiters at work was just really on me every single day about a bunch of paperwork and was texting me and screaming into my voicemail, all this stuff. So I just had all these emotional factors. And I had on the 5th day, I just listened to a voicemail from him. And I remember I was in the bathroom just listening to this. And I said, this is it. I'd had enough. And at lunchtime, I literally just drove to Balboa Park and I sat under a tree and I just cried. And I did a Facebook Live that scared the hell out of a lot of people. But you and Trish Lito and a bunch of vets were there for me. And then I called a veteran suicide hotline. I wasn't suicidal, but I was just kind of traumatized and pretty much just having a sleep deprivation